One of the biggest requests that I get at Weelicious is for allergy substitutions. While all of the answers are not solved for why people get food allergies, there are tons of substitutions that are available that make recipes just as exciting, delicious, and fun, especially for kids who want to, fit in and be like all the other kids. When I was writing Weelicious Lunches, I even went through and created several pages of the Weelicious Lunches allergy guide that show you all the different recipes for gluten-free, nut-free, egg-free, and dairy-free. So it really, the more information you have, the more it helps. So to start, I've got gluten. Gluten is, top of the list right now, people trying to avoid it for a host of reasons. If you're making baked products, you can use cup for cup flour, which is made by Thomas Keller, who's a very famous chef. It is not inexpensive, but it is amazing. And you can use it in recipes almost exactly the same way. Just follow any directions, always read the product information because that's gonna help you the most. You can, I think a lot of people think, oh, I can't send my kids with crackers, they can't have crackers. These Mary's Gone crackers are awesome. They have all kinds of different seeds, and again, they're gluten-free. Read your packaging. You wanna make sure that things also are non-GMO when possible, and these are even vegan. My kids love these served with dips, so they get their protein and they get a delicious carbohydrate while avoiding gluten. And then even here, I've got this mighty tasty hot cereal. I love Red Mill because Bob's Red Mill makes tons of products that are produced in gluten-free factories, so you know that they are gluten-free and you're not going to have to worry about any kind of gluten contamination, especially if you have celiacs. The next is dairy. Dairy, it always feels like a tricky one, but there are so many opportunities to try different products today. Rice milk, almond milk. Both my daughter and my husband love, first choice, almond milk every day. This is vanilla. It has just a little bit sweeter, but the sugar isn't a lot more than you would even find in cow's milk. And it's great in cereal, it's great when you're making oatmeal, you can use it in baked goods. Almost all the Weelicious recipes, it can be used in the exact same way that you would use regular cow's milk if it calls for it. Even in my coffee, I choose to use this coconut milk, which is by So Delicious. It's dairy-free, but it's so delicious and creamy, and it really doesn't have a coconut flavor. It's just like creamer, but really tasty. So you can look for hemp milk, almond milk, figure out what kind of milk you like as an alternative to cow's milk when possible. If you're vegan or you can't have butter, coconut oil is a great choice. The best part about it is you can make it go to really high temperature when you're cooking with it. So you can make French fries or pan-sear food. It's really nice in stir fries because you can use that high heat to sear everything, and it imparts just like a really nice, very light coconut flavor. It can also be used in a lot of baked goods. So just you can look for recipes that use coconut oil. Some people are trying to cut down on their butter intake and want foods that are possibly a little bit lower fat, but keeping that moisture that you would get from butter or oil. And applesauce can be a great replacer. I've got a few recipes on Weelicious.com that have applesauce in place of butter, or half butter, half applesauce. But it'll give it a really delicious texture, sweetness, flavor. So applesauce, I like to keep these just little packets if I don't make my own, just because it's just about the right amount for most baking recipes. If you can't have cheese, there are tons of cheese substitutes on the market. A few that are really good melting cheeses, but if you can't have cheese, you want a vegan cheese. But one thing that my kids love is this nutritional yeast. It tastes like cheesy flakes. It's high in B vitamins. We like to sprinkle it on popcorn, or even on Weelicious, there is a vegan macaroni and cheese recipe that uses this. So if you can't have dairy or cheese, this is really fun. I encourage you to get brewer's yeast, and it's obviously you get a big container. It lasts you a long time, but you'd be surprised even on steamed broccoli. It's really delicious. A lot of schools these days don't allow nuts, and you're seeing more and more kids with peanut allergies, nut allergies, tree nut allergies. So seeds tend to be a really good choice. I made these toasted pumpkin seeds. It's really simple in the oven. They get that nice toasty flavor. They taste like nuts, but they are a seed. We like sesame seeds. They even have this, this kind of seaweed blend. This is sesame seeds, seaweed and seaweed salt, sea salt. And I like to sprinkle this on vegetables. My kids like to sprinkle on vegetables. High in nutrients, but they're seeds, just like you could use flax seeds, chia seeds, all kinds of different seed options as a substitute for nuts. And now egg. Egg can be a tricky one to try to substitute. You can go to health food stores and they do have egg replacer, but one thing that really works well for me is taking flax seeds or chia seeds, 1 tablespoon of flax or chia seeds, 3 tablespoons of water, stir it up, let it sit for 5 minutes, and one tablespoon chia seed with the water will replace 1 egg, or 1 small banana. You can try in some recipes, mashed up will replace an egg. Who knew? All kinds of great allergy substitutions. You can go on Weelicious for more information. For more fast, fresh, and easy recipes like this and more quick tips, check out Weelicious.com. Don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment below telling me what you think of these substitutions and if you use any of them.